Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Cancer. You can have Cancer anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you're here watching this reading, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. Okay, so Cancer, when I was shuffling your cards, like getting your energy into the cards and stuff, I kept wanting to shuffle the cards 6 times instead of 7 times. There's a couple of reasons I do 7 shuffles for Cancer. It's because, a lot of Cancerians have their birthday in the 7th month. And also, the Chariot card is the number 7 card in the Major Arcana in the Tarot, and that card represents Cancerian energy. So I always shuffle Cancer 7 times, but the number 6, I kept wanting to shuffle 6 times. What they were telling me was, it was like they were pointing at the number 6 and they said 6 months, question mark, because when I was shuffling one of the decks I'm going to be using today, I saw first the summer card, and then I saw the winter card. So, those seasons are 6 months apart. Also, I heard the song You're So Last Summer by Taking Back Sunday while I was shuffling. And, that song, I don't know if you know it, but it's just, it's kind of about leaving someone behind, but I'm not even really picking up that message. I'm just more picking up the message of the title of You're So Last Summer. So there's something that possibly happened last summer that really kind of rubbed you the wrong way. Maybe it took you about 6 months to heal, or maybe it's vice versa, where something that happened in winter really rubbed you the wrong way. And it's like in summer, there will be some kind of resolution or something. And then I heard the song Across the Universe, but it was the one performed by Fiona Apple for the soundtrack for Pleasantville. And, Pleasantville is about turning things on its side. Everything is black and white until it's not anymore. And it's like abrupt change. It's something about like being radical, but also, I don't know, because like that, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, but that kid in that movie, he really disrupted a lot of people's lives, because he said, oh, it should be this way because this is how my world is, right? Like, and it's almost like the speeding up of progress. Does that make sense? Now, those people in that movie were obviously stuck in time. They couldn't move forward or progress. And he showed them how to progress. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I don't know if any of those messages are going to pertain to this reading necessarily, because I'm not getting like a overall theme for those messages altogether. Because normally that's kind of what happens, where I'll get like 3 or 4 messages for each sign before I do a reading, and like they all kind of tie in together. Oh my gosh, this visualization card will not stop coming out. Visualization. It's interesting because truth is on the bottom, and truth and visualization came out for Gemini, which was the reading I did right before this. But I mean, I have shuffled these cards so many times, and the way that I put the cards back into the deck, like there's no way that these cards would have been together. And I have shuffled them, I've shuffled them 7 times, like this way where you do 2 hands. I've shuffled them 7 times this way, like that, and then I've split the deck. So, and even before that, I shuffled them 6 times both ways to get the Gemini energy out. So how I was saying, like, I shuffle 7 times for Cancer, I shuffle 6 times for Gemini. So you could be strongly tied to a Gemini person, because they had these 2 cards. But also, I think it was Aries also had this card too. Was it Aries? Or was it Pisces? I can't remember, but I do need to take a drink real quick. Okay, let's see what the Empathic Oracle has to add to this visualization. Because I'm honestly not even getting a message for the visualization. Let's clarify this visualization for Cancer, please. What is this visualization with the truth? So maybe you have a June birthday. If you're a Cancer, you could have a June birthday. Just because the 6th is coming up and June is the 6th month. Okay, so holiday. With desert on the bottom. Okay. It's interesting because first off, we go from 28 to 27. So that's like, it's not forward progression, it's regression. And this tree is so like droopy and, you know, and I'm seeing this these winter months. So it's like there is something about winter and there is something about summer. Winter's come up twice and summer has come up twice. I can't see that, so I gotta move it so you can see. You could be someone who takes a lot of vacations or did in the past, but since, you know, everything happened globally, that happened, you might not feel as safe traveling, or maybe you just haven't gotten back out there. And you know what's interesting is they just told me this with the desert card on the bottom. This is the first time they've kind of showed it to me like this. It's almost like you're thinking about somewhere that you went in the winter months, right? Like it was your go-to vacation destination or whatever. And now it's almost like they're encouraging you to like pick a new destination, like maybe somewhere deserty, you know? It's like to change up your energy a little bit. But you could be thinking a lot about like your past travels, and you might be longing for that. And I think, I don't know, let's pull some tarot cards because I'm not really sure, you guys. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be doing this reading right now. You know, because like, I'm just gonna, full disclosure here. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I was like, I'm gonna take a nap before I go over to my friend's house. I'm going over to my friend's house for dinner tonight. It's like, I'm gonna take a nap before that happens. And they were like, well, you know, you should, or my brain, I don't even know if it was my guides. My brain was like, you should do a reading because you're gonna be sleeping and you won't be using the internet. And then you're going to be going over your friends and you won't be needing the internet then. It'll be good to have a video to upload. But it's like putting a time pressure on her because I wasn't even feeling called to do your reading. I like to feel called to do the readings. And, or at least like sit down and get like really strong messages. And I'm not getting a cohesive message here. Maybe you don't feel cohesive. Maybe you feel kind of scattered. And not really feeling like you're just kind of going through the motions, it feels like. That's the energy I'm picking up. Going through the motions and I don't know. Dreaming of another time and place. And look here on this truth card. it's like hot, or like fire and water, like snow and summer. It's very much, it's very interesting. Very, very interesting that those are coming up so heavily. Let's go ahead and get some True Heart Intuitive Tarot cards for Cancer, please. What is the message for Cancer? The Devil. With the Eight of Swords on the bottom. So you definitely are feeling very just kind of chained, and maybe you're like daydreaming about fleeing, like flying the coop. That's really all I'm getting in this message, is like someone is just like so, like I'm just getting like, like you feel very impatient, but also you've had like the patience of a saint through this whole process of like waiting for whatever it is that you're waiting for, whatever it is that you're desiring and like wanting to do. I guess it doesn't have to be necessarily like destination, but like we do have like the holiday, and like a lot of people travel on the holidays and stuff. But it doesn't even have to be that. It could just be something like, maybe it's even just like seeing your family on the holidays. Maybe it's getting to you that you don't get to do that anymore, or not as often as you once did. Yeah, because we have Easter coming up, and I know not everybody celebrates Easter, and I don't even really celebrate Easter, but like my family does, so I would go to Easter celebrations. And like it's something we used to do every single year, and now we don't do it anymore. And it's just, I'm getting stuff like that. It's like there's a longing for the past, but the past can never, like, I don't want to say it can never be again, because we are constantly in cycles, healthy, toxic, whatever. Like we are going through cycles all the time as souls, like individual souls, as collectives, as, whatever. We are constantly going through cycles. So the cycle that we're in now, where we're like, there's a lull in being sociable and stuff like that, it experience a peak again. We don't know when, but it will. That's just the cycle of things. And um but yeah, maybe you're kind of feeling like that, like, oh, things will never be the same again. Things will never be the same. And I just think you're up in your head about it a lot. You're feeling a bit trapped. Okay, let's keep going here. What else for Cancer? It's really interesting the way that this reading is coming through too. It's very much like I feel like a conversation. I'm kind of like, I'm not as pointed and directed as I normally am. It's very just kind of like, ho hum, it's gonna come out the way it's gonna come out. And that's right for whoever needs to hear it. It doesn't have to be like my typical, look, because that's the thing, is like, I'm not supposed to be channeling my own self. Like I'm supposed to be channeling a message for you guys. So the way that it's coming through is important for whoever is needing this, Seven of Wands. With the Seven of Discs. Now the sevens are coming. Now the sevens are coming. And it's interesting because when I was getting the message about the 6 months, I was like, yeah, there's 6 months, but now we're shifting into the 7th month, the next month after, whatever, like whatever the cycle was, or whatever is going on in those 6 months between winter and summer, whatever, whether it's like the summer of 2021 to the winter of 2021, or the winter of 2021 to the summer of 2022. Whatever it is, it's like you're shifting. It's like you're the next step. It's you're taking the next step. You do feel very like just like if you look at this woman's face, she's just totally freaking over it. It's blurry for some reason. I don't know why. But like, yeah, she's just over it. She's like, you guys have shot me with these flaming wands 7 times. Like, why? Why? And like, this person's even kind of like hanging their head in shame. And it's interesting because with this card, every time I see it, she has like henna on her legs, right? But every time I see it, I always think it's like leg hair. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with having leg hair at all. But it's almost like how you're so frustrated with life. You're so kind of just like burnt out that you don't want to even like, say you're a person that normally shaves their legs. It's like you're just kind of like, I don't even care. I don't want to shave my legs. Or maybe you're getting ready to do your, first summer shave of the year or whatever, because you're going to be wearing dresses and shorts and skirts and whatever. Swimsuits, swim trunks. So anyway, yeah, it's just like you were really, really, really over something. And so you could also, this is not for everyone. It's for someone. You could be pregnant and you're moving from your 6th month into your 7th month, because this woman looks kind of like 7, like kind of big for 7 months, but like, yeah, 7 or 8 months. So you could be moving into your last trimester of your pregnancy. And you could be like, I don't want to be 9 months pregnant in the middle of the summer. Like, who wants that, So that's definitely for someone out there. Very, very interesting. You're just, yeah, whatever situation it is that you're in, like whether you're wanting to travel or participate in family events or not be pregnant anymore or whatever it is, you're kind of just like, can we move on, please? Can we please just move on? Oh, it's interesting too that the devil came out because it breaks down to a 6. The 1 and the 5 numerically break down to a 6. 1 plus 5 equals 6. And so we have like 6 and 7. And I actually got that message when I was shuffling this deck too, because I saw the devil card and I was like, oh, that's a 6. Haha. Because I didn't shuffle you 6 times like like I talk to my deck sometimes like, we want to be shuffled 6 times, not 7. And like, too bad you're getting 7 because we're doing Cancer. You know what I mean? Like, so they showed me the 6 with the devil card. So it's like, which one is right? Was I supposed to shuffle 6 times and I would have gotten a totally different message? Or was I supposed to shuffle seven times? It's like, this message kind of came up for Gemini where it was like, those realities aren't the same. Like, they diverged, right? The moment that I made that decision, they diverged. And so those, like, you can't compare those two realities because they're apples and oranges. Like, they're just not, cohesive anymore. I don't want to clarify this because I just want to get some advice for you guys, because I think that's what you're kind of needing right now. You've heard me talk long enough about how humdrum you are right now. You're just like, whatever. So yeah, let's go ahead and get some advice for you guys. Let's see what the what are these cards called? The Green Witch Oracle have to say. What's the advice for Cancer? What's the advice for Cancer? Maybe you do need to sit down and have a conversation with a friend or a loved one. That's what I'm getting, because this reading has been so like conversational. It feels like I'm having a conversation with you guys. And so maybe you just need to like talk it out, instead of like sitting there up in your head and like with the visualization card. Oh, just talk to somebody. someone you know like will listen and not like interrupt you and like offer advice as I'm about to do. But like this is a place for advice. Maybe you just need to vent for a little while. And that's okay. We all deserve to vent. We all deserve it. And we all have people in our lives who love us and want us to vent to them, like sorry. You have those people in your life. Even if you feel like you don't, you do. And maybe it needs, okay, so like just an example, maybe you have like a best friend that you always go to and talk to, and you feel like maybe their ear is getting a little tired, right? And not because they don't love you, but maybe they have a lot on their plate, or like a spouse or a significant other, like maybe you vent to them all the time and you just feel like it's a stale ear, So maybe like change it up a little bit. Like maybe just reach out to somebody you don't think is a likely, or not like that they're not likely to like want to listen to you, but just I'm giving you advice and I haven't even gotten a card yet. Just to reach out to someone that you know is kind and caring, and I don't know, maybe it'll be like a refresh for both of you. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when we reach out, or sometimes when we do things that benefit us, it benefits other people in the world, because like when we help ourselves, we help the world. That's so true. It's very, very true. Maybe that person would need a call from someone that they love and miss and care about. You know what I mean? So it's like a symbiotic relationship. Okay, what's the advice? I'm sorry, I'm giving you advice. What is some advice? Sorry. What is the advice for Cancer? Maybe that's what they wanted to say. I don't even know why that came up, really. Why I thought about all that. Is there some advice for Cancer, please? Pertaining to this reading. Okay. That's interesting. So first off, we have longevity on the bottom with chrysanthemum. And then we have, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but cost lettuce. Desire. It's so, I get it now. First off, this is a Cancer card. It has not only the moon here, but it also has the Cancer symbol. With the desire, that is kind of like whatever it is that you're like longing for. It's okay to long for it. It's okay to want things, because what is it? I was watching like a TikTok or something, and they were like, yeah, I'm a daydreamer. Like, what's wrong with being a daydreamer? Like, why do I want to live in reality all the time? Like, that's no fun. Because when I daydream, I'm visualizing. That's the thing, is like maybe change it from a daydream. Like, don't negative self or like negative talk it, right? Like, wanting to do something or wanting one cycle to be over and to kind of move on to the next cycle is not a negative thing. It's oh my gosh, I just totally lost my train of thought. But it's like, yeah, it goes from daydreaming to visualizing. That, because like Olympic athletes, okay, they visualize, right? They visualize the moment that they like walk into wherever they're going to be performing their event or like sport, and they visualize walking in, going to the locker room, doing everything, getting prepped for I'm just going to use swimming as an example because I was a competitive swimmer. So it's like like thinking of like they see themselves along the side of the pool and they're actually like visualizing their race on the side of the pool, right? And then like you visualize the race and then the victory and getting your medal, and that's okay to do because that's how we get motivated to do the things that we want to do. Now, I'm getting here like maybe it's something like esoteric you're wanting to do just because we do have this oh gosh, what is this thing called? I used to know, I don't know the word for it, but it's like what you use for like Ouija boards and stuff. So it's like it could be something like esoteric that you're wanting to do, not necessarily. I'm just getting that because of that right there. Um I'm definitely getting strongly that it's like a travel thing or that's what you're wanting to visualize. So yeah, visualize that trip. Visualize it. What do you want to do? Visualize it and you can make it come forth, okay? So keep that desire alive, keep visualizing what you want, and then you will have what you want. You will go from 6 to 7, okay? Cancer, this has been your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank any of you for being present today, any of your guys that were present, any of my guys that were present. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.